Tensions running high at Michigan State today. The bomb threat and the board meeting. We're going to show you what happened. If you're not concerned about the dangers of vaping, the CDC says you should be. The health agency now with a new specific advice and a warning for anyone who vapes. Ben?
Sandra, the weekend is here, and it looks like cider mills and football will be tops on the list. We'll look at even cooler temperatures and, of course, the latest on Dorian. All right now, first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
And we begin today first at 4 with the bomb threat that forced the evacuation of Michigan State's administration building. The all clear was given right after 12:30 and employees and students were let back in. Michigan State University police say a person reported the bomb threat at the Hannah administration building right around 10:45. And at this point, police have not released details of the threat, and they haven't said if they've tracked down the source. Michigan State's president and other top officials work out of the building, and also a big trustee meeting was held there this morning. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom now with more on that meeting, and also the Larry Nassar scandal was once again topic number one. Kimberly.
Yeah, Sandra, you're right, and good afternoon to you. Hours before that bomb threat, Michigan State's new president, Samuel Stanley, presided over his first Board of Trustees meeting, and it comes just one day, as you said, after the Department of Education fined the university $4.5 million for how it handled the Nassar scandal. During public comment, Nassar survivors addressed the board. The women are part of a second wave of survivors suing the university. Well, they spoke out against the university's attempts to dismiss the lawsuit, saying they're being victimized all over again. Stanley assured the survivors he would hold meetings with them to listen to their complaints, and he also mentioned the creation of a new 3-person review panel that decides if a faculty member needs to be disciplined.
A lot has been going on. It's been a long road, and I'm very tired of what's going on. I'm ready to end this, and we just want transparency, and I really just want MSU to be accountable for their actions. And I think one of the best ways to do that is for me to speak and put myself out there.
As an institution, we must acknowledge the oversights and errors of the past, and we must take actions that advance healing and ensure that this is a safe, respectful, and welcoming campus for all.
And President Stanley also addressed the resignation of the number 2 administrator at Michigan State, Provost June Uott. She stepped down yesterday after the Department of Education report was released. Stanley says a new provost will be named sometime next week. Sandra will keep up with any developing news on this story. Till then, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, we will be following it. Thank you, Kimberly. If you vape or maybe know someone who does, the Centers for Disease Control has an urgent warning you need to hear. Doctors urging people to just stop vaping or at least monitor themselves very closely for any signs of any respiratory illnesses. The CDC also wants doctors and health departments to report cases much quicker. There are at least 450 suspected cases of vaping-related illnesses. That's nationwide, including 3 deaths. We're going to take a closer look at the growing concerns. That's coming up ahead, new at 5. The search is on right now at this hour for a driver police say may have been involved in a deadly hit and run in East Point. Last night, officers found a man in the road on 10 Mile near Hayes. Police believe the man lost control of his motorcycle, crashed, and then died. He's been identified now as 45-year-old Irvin Smith of Warren. A witness told police a driver left the area of the crash. Police do believe they think that person may be involved. Right now, they're looking for a black GMC Envoy with possible front-end damage. Hurricane Dorian finally weakening and starting now to move away from the East Coast. And here at home, some of you may see some showers during the evening rush hour. Ben Bailey is here, and he is tracking both for us today. Ben?
Hi, Sandra. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday very close by, but unfortunately, we're going into the weekend with a lot of clouds. Temperatures are reflecting that. Some upper 60s out there in Lapeer. Low 70s for most of us, just a little bit of a breeze. Most of that rain has pushed off, so we're going to spend the rest of tonight mainly dry, and we'll look at the exceptions to that coming up. There's Dorian. The first thing you notice is this is tearing away from the coast after just lumbering through the Carolinas. It is now to the northeast at 21 miles an hour. It's down to a Category 1 storm with 90-mile-per-hour winds. We're not completely done with Dorian just yet. It's going to stay well away from New England, but could make another landfall in Nova Scotia this weekend, still as a Category 1 storm. So we'll be watching that very carefully and, of course, talk more about a cooler than expected weekend All coming up in a few minutes. Sandra.
All right, Ben, and as we track Dorian's path, the true extent of the damage, death, and heartbreak in the Bahamas becoming more and more apparent now. The official death toll has reached 30, but officials are sending 200 body bags to the Abaco Islands, which were the hardest hit. Officials say hundreds, possibly thousands, could be missing in that area and also in the Grand Bahamas as well. Hurricane survivors desperate to escape from places like Marsh Harbor. They've been flooding a small airport, trying to get to other islands, trying to stay with friends or family. Their homes and businesses all destroyed. Relief efforts are now underway, and in fact, this cruise ship right here is bringing food and supplies to survivors who can't leave. Volunteers on board include ER doctors. Immediate relief will help, but we know it's a long road back to many for a sense of normal life. Meantime, a much weaker Hurricane Dorian came ashore in North Carolina's Outer Banks around mid-morning. It's the first landfall in the U.S. The storm sent floodwaters rushing through this town. This is near Cape Hatteras. The governor there says there is significant concern right now about hundreds of people who could, in fact, be trapped. Rescue teams can only get there by boat or by plane. And as Ben mentioned earlier, we're going to be following the storm well into the weekend for you. Much more from him coming up in just a few minutes. The newest jobs report is good, but it's not great. The Labor Department says employers added a modest 130,000 jobs. That was in August. That shows hiring has slowed, but remains durable in spite of global economic weakness and the president's trade war with China. Also, black unemployment fell to a record low in August thanks to more African-American women on the job. Still, though, some experts worry about income levels and what kind of jobs are being created. Remember when you were a student and you wondered what teachers did inside the teacher's lounge? It was their secret place to hang out. Well, the teacher's lounge at one local school just got a major upgrade. They say it will help them do their jobs better. But Kim DeGiulio also found it looks like a lot of fun, too.
It's back to school, not just for the kids, but for the teachers too. And let's be honest, with a classroom full of rambunctious children, sometimes they just need a fun place to come and chill out.
When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything.
The teachers here at Detroit Learning Service Academy work hard every day, teaching students from kindergarten up to 8th grade.
We ask our teachers to deal with 25 students at a time.
So this year, the administration wanted to reward their staff with an upgraded teacher's lounge, now known as the Teacher Wellness Center. This new hangout is the perfect place for their teachers to get a break, relax, and have fun with each other.
Me having this place to come to and be able to relax from having to redirect is actually kind of good right now. I enjoy this.
The new Wellness Center is equipped with pool, foosball, ping pong.
I love ping pong.
A flat screen TV, basketball hoops, an exercise bike.
Everything but a massage, but we have a massage chair.
The goal is to keep these teachers fresh all day long.
Refreshing yourself, decompressing, getting rid of any tension that you might have so that you'll be ready for our students.
And so far, the teachers are loving it.
It's just a breath of fresh air.
They're ready to take on the new school year and make the 20th year at the Detroit Learning Service Academy the best one yet. In Detroit, Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
And Kim tells us the new Teacher Wellness Center will also have free healthy snacks for the teachers to enjoy while they're there as well. Still ahead, celebrating Grandparents' Day, we're going to take a look at the health benefits of that special family bond, from fighting aches and pains to avoiding depression. This is a story to share with your family. Also, while most people their age are playing with their grandchildren, this couple right here taking a very different path very late in life. This one is still pretty surprising. But up first, a little boy's brave recovery, and his father shares a memory of something no parent should ever have to see. Their story right after the break.
Taylor Swift's Manhattan Love Pad.
There's a little bit of a sexual vibe to it.
Watch the next Inside Edition, coming up next on Local 4.
On the next Live in the D, dream of owning a restaurant? Well, this place is making those dreams come true.
Plus a historic reunion right here in the D.
Monday at 10 a.m. on Local 4.